Like if you found the video valuable. Emma Cole had always been meticulous in her work as a forensic accountant, but nothing in her career had prepared her for the discovery in room 204 of the abandoned Whitmore building. Dust-covered and forgotten for decades, the office contained stacks of yellowed papers, broken furniture, and the faint smell of mildew. Among the debris, Emma's eyes caught a leather-bound ledger, its spine cracked but intact. Curious, she flipped it open. The first pages contained routine accounting entries, ordinary transactions for a long-closed company. But as she flipped further, the ledger became strange. Numbers were crossed out and overwritten in an unfamiliar hand, cryptic symbols appeared beside transactions, and some entries were accompanied by dates with no explanation. Emma's pulse quickened. She recognized some of the company names, local businesses that had mysteriously shut down decades ago. And then she noticed something chilling. Next to several entries were initials that matched names of people who had vanished under mysterious circumstances. Determined to understand, Emma spent the next week cross-referencing every detail. Each line in the ledger seemed to correspond to a disappearance, a fraud, or a financial scandal long buried. It was as if the ledger itself kept track of wrongdoings and punished those involved. One night, as she pored over the pages in her small apartment, the lights flickered. She shrugged it off as an electrical glitch, but then her phone rang, an unknown number. The voice was distorted, almost mechanical. "You shouldn't have found it," it said. "The ledger remembers." Emma froze. "Who is this?" she demanded, but the line went dead. Shaken, she double-locked her apartment door and returned to the ledger. She noticed a page she hadn't seen before, listing her own name and address, with a small note scribbled beside it, "Next." Panic surged through her. She tried to call the police, but the line was dead. Even her internet connection flickered and cut out. It was as if the ledger had reached out beyond the pages. The following day, Emma returned to the Whitmore building, desperate to understand how a book could hold such power. The office was empty, the ledger gone. Only a faint imprint on the dusty desk suggested it had ever been there. Confused and frightened, Emma felt the first true chill of realization. Someone, or something, was ensuring that the secrets within the ledger remained hidden. She began to see signs everywhere. Unmarked cars parked outside her apartment. Shadows that lingered too long in alleyways. Even colleagues at work seemed to avoid meeting her gaze, as if they sensed she had stumbled onto something forbidden. Then, one evening, she found a package slipped under her door. Inside was the ledger, open to a page she hadn't seen before. The writing was new, fresh, and horrifyingly familiar. It chronicled her every action over the past week, tracking her movements and thoughts. And at the bottom, a single line: "You cannot hide from what remembers." Emma understood then that the ledger wasn't just a record of the past, it was a living document, punishing those who uncovered its secrets and ensuring the silence of the curious. She realized that to survive, she would have to vanish herself, blending into the world unnoticed. Packing the ledger into a locked briefcase, Emma left her apartment and walked into the night. She would disappear, just like the names in the ledger, moving from city to city, forever watched by an invisible force keeping score. And somewhere in the shadows, the ledger waited for its next reader, ready to remember, ready to punish. Emma's life had been forever changed. The ledger remained, silent yet omnipresent, a dark testament to secrets that refused to die.